Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Veronique, and I'm back with a new video on Scope International. So, this afternoon, I'm going to speak about the transportations. Transportation is a key for everyone in the world. So, let me speak about it. The transportation is the movement of goods and persons from place to place, and the various means by which such movement is accomplished. The growth of the ability and the need to transport large quantity of goods or number of people over long distance at a high speed in the comfort and safety has been an index of civilizations and particularly of technology progress. Transportation is straight in much of the article for the measured time of population use in a modern form of transportation. The energy conversations for formal transportation for military application, see military technology for the engineering infrastructure on which transportation system depends, the road and the highway, the bridge, the canal, the inland, the waterway, the harbour and the sea, the air, the lighthouse, the tunnel and the underground excavations. For the place of transportation in law, sea air, law garage of good maritime law. What type of transportation? The rural community member primarily use 6 types of transportation to move around their environment, depending on the community. Some type of transportation may be more commonly available than others. These include buses, including these that operate within and between community passengers. Train service include Amtrak and commuter rail line, passenger air service which can be commercial private or semi-private. Personal vehicle like automobile include cargo and car for hire like taxi or ride-sharing service and go-car, a whole tracking vehicle pedestrian transportation, which excluding walking and bicycle, but which may be personal owned or operate as a ferry service. Buses. Many rural communities use buses as a primary vehicle for the public transportation system. Operate fixed road service on the regular schedule. Include road systems that can require large investments in infrastructure, local or city bus system that use existing road and lower cost stop. This allows for the more flexibilities in design, scheduling, and changing service route. The intercity bus system, which often operate large charter or coast buses, has historically served as a significant form of transportation in rural areas. Indicate bus can provide critical and important link between rural community as well as the transportations to large regular transit hub like airport, whatever transportation system have an increasing focus on expanding route between large urban centers instead of smaller community as reaching service because of low ridership, decreased passenger transportations like intercity bus passengers train provide vital transportations link obtaining rural community. The Material Railroad Passenger Corporate, also known as the Amtrak, is the primary provider of the service in the continental U.S. The state of Alaska also within the Alaska Railroad, which provide intercity passenger and freight service, while the majority of passenger train ride line in the metropolitan area like Human Lot has corridor train can provide affordable accessibility transportation for rural state residents traveling into city for medical care, business, employment, and other service. Passenger air service. People living in a remote area in a place where very limited ground transportations access like Port of Alaska may rely on airline to conduct business, deliver good transportations, may obtain medical care, and visit friends or family. The federal government provides a subsidy through the essential air service provider that is designed to support that they will otherwise have limited as no commercial passengers and service. Currently, the program supports 60 rural communities in Alaska and 109 communities in the contiguous U.S. Personal vehicle. Automobiles are the dominant mode of transportation in rural area. Research indicates that only 60% of road country have public transportation available. Of these, 28% have limited service. As such, rural residents are much more reliant on the personal vehicle, car, truck, and van, the route travel need, and according to the Rural Transit Fact Book, over 90% of passenger trips in rural area occur in automobile, and over 80% of rural Rwanda community alone in the private vehicle. Only 4% of rural households report that horizontal zone alone in private vehicle. Only 4% of rural households report horizontal zero vehicle available to them. Rural residents are also more likely to continue driving over the age of 70 years compared to their human counterparts. However, the older aged and older are unable to drive in a rural area. Car-dominant community can be difficult to navigate. In addition, richer services and commercial taxi may offer limited service in a rural community due to the cost burden associated with seeing a population that is geographically dispersed. These costs can be included large absence between pickup locations and large wait time between passengers, which can increase costs for drivers that may also be passed down to users. In addition, automobile residents may use golf car or ATV. Short trips around the community often use inside work and bike lane to safely avoid automobile traffic. This method can be particularly useful for younger and older residents because they are relatively inexpensive and operate at a slower speed than car. Pedestrian transportations. Bike and walk have become increasingly popular form of transportation exercise. However, many people living in rural areas may not be able to walk to work as a school because of the long distance between destinations and the concern about safety. Some rural communities are considering strategies to support pedestrian infrastructure to make it easier and safer for the rural community. Are considering strategies to support pedestrian infrastructure to make it easy and safe the people to walk on a bicycle around the community. To order transportation help like these stations and for reactions. Additionally, bike share program in a rural community can make our bike more affordable and accessible. But particularly in some Alaska communities with limited road access, boat may be an important source of transportation between populations, country, and service. In addition, place ferry may serve as a link between its land and rural community. Public and private ferry service are generally designed to carry both passengers and their automobile. Whatever can also be a significant source of economic activity for rural community from tourism, shipping, or fishing and other operations. In this case, we really see the importance of the impact that transportation has via the global country, and the different list of type of transportations are using according to different activity and service and community based on work, positions, travel, activity, hobbies, and so on. Thank you very much for your listening, and see you later for the next radio videos.